How do you answer the tricky interview question, what's your greatest weakness? First, this question sounds scary, but it's an opportunity to be authentic because it's asking you to acknowledge something about yourself that's not perfect. Sharing one of your flaws, that makes people trust you and like you, but you need to exercise judgment. For example, if you say something lame like, I work too hard, that makes the interviewer trust you less. You've dodged the question with a humble brag. But you also don't want to say something like, I struggle to work in groups with people. So how do you give an answer that hits the sweet spot, where you're sharing something that's legitimate, but doesn't raise a red flag? I think one good approach is to interpret the question in a positive way. A lot of us hear, what's your greatest weakness? And assume it means, tell me something bad about you. I would interpret the question as, tell me something you need to improve on. So one way you might do that for a college interview is to discuss an academic subject that you don't plan on studying, but you still want to get better at. For example, if you're applying as a math science major, you might say, numbers come naturally, words don't. I want to become a better writer. And while I plan on becoming a physicist, I know that writing is critical. Whether I'm applying for a grant or drafting a simple email, I want to improve my command of the written word. Or flip it. Let's say you're applying as an English history major. You might say, words come naturally, but I get nervous around numbers. When I read guys like Malcolm Gladwell and Nassim Taleb, I see how writers can use numbers to tell powerful, persuasive stories. I want to improve my command of numbers to be a better writer. That's just one approach. I'd love to hear your creative answers in the comments. How would you handle this question?